going to create our video, our review video for section 7.7. That's chapter 7, section 7. The learning target for today is to find the lateral and total surface areas of prisms and cylinders. Well, we've got some definitions to get down. So let's look at what a lateral face is. A triangular side of a pyramid is a lateral face. The lateral surface area, the sum of the areas of the lateral faces of a pyramid, and the total surface area is the sum of all of the areas of the surfaces of a solid. So it's the total surface area all the way around on all the sides. Lateral area, lateral surface area is defined to be the perimeter times the height. Well, the perimeter here is the distance around the outside of this rectangle, and then times the height. That will give me the lateral surface area. So then the total surface area is the lateral surface area plus the area of the two bases, the top and the bottom. If I find the area of the bases, the two bases, or the bases, add that to the surface area, the lateral surface area, I got its perimeter times height plus 2 times the area of the base. Well, let's jump in and do an example. The lateral and total, find the lateral and the total surface area of the rectangular prism. Well, let's do lateral area first. Lateral area is equal to the perimeter times the height. Well, let's find perimeter. It'll be the distance around the outside, so it'd be 15 plus 9 plus 15 plus 9. So let's go 15 plus 9 plus 15 plus 9 will give me my perimeter. So 15 plus 9 is 24. 24 plus 24 is 48. 48. Then I've got to take it times the height of 7. 48 times 7 will give me the lateral area. I'm going to do that on my calculator. 48 times 7 will give me 336. 336. Now I'm going to find the area of the base. The area of the bottom of this would be this 15, the length times the width. So it's 15 times 9. 15 times 9 would be 135. But don't forget you've got the bottom and you've got the top. So I've got to take 135 times 2. So 135 times 2 would be 270. So the total surface area would be 336 plus 270. 606 millimeters squared is the surface area of that entire shape. Well, let's look at the next one. All right, find the rectangular surface area. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism. All right. Well, again, I'm going to find the perimeter by saying it's 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 7. That becomes, that's 24. 7 is 7 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 5 is 24. So the perimeter is 24 times the height, which is 3. 24 times 3 is 72 centimeters squared is the lateral surface area. Now I've got to find the area of the base and double it. So the area of the base is 5 times 7. So the area of the base is equal to 5 times 7, which is 35. Got to take it times 2 because I got a top and a bottom. So 35 times 2 is 70. So the total surface area is 72 plus 70, or 142 centimeters squared. 142 centimeters squared, so it's answer D. A little bit different here because I quit working with a triangle, or quit working with a rectangle and started working with a triangle shape. So I'm going to find the area of the two triangles, and then I'm going to add them together. I'm going to call those my bases. So the area of the triangle is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. So it's 1/2 times 5 feet across times the height of 5.8 but I've got to take it times 2 because I've got 2 of them, the front and the back. So the 1/2 and the 2 cancel out, so I've got 5 times 5.8. Do that on a calculator. That gives me 29. So 29 is the area of the 2 triangles. I've now got 3 rectangles. 2 of them are the same size, but the one on the floor is different. So I'm going to say the one that's here, the face, this side of the tent, would be 6.3, and times 5.8. 6.3 times 5.8 gives me 36.54. And I'm going to double it for this side of the tent and, of course, the other side of the tent. So I'm going to take it times 2. That gives me 73.08. I've got one side left to determine. Here, I need to determine the area of the base or the area of the floor, and that's 5 feet by 5.8 feet is the rectangular shape of that one. So 5 times 5.8 is 29. So I've got my parts I'm going to add together, 29 plus 29 plus 73.8. This would become 58. 58 plus 73.8 is 131.08. 131.08 or 131.1. 131.1. Well, I'll do this one if you would, and then come back and check to see if you get the same answer I get. And we'll pause the video here for you to do that. I'm going to again find the area of the 2 triangles. I'm going to say that is 1/2 the base times the height, but times 2 because there's 2 of them. So the times 2 and the times 1/2 cancel out. So I've got 3 is my height times 4.5. 3 times 4.5 would be 13.5. All right, and that's already doubled, so that's already taken care of for the 2 triangles. I've got the 2 sides that make up the sides of the tent, and that is 6 times 3.75. And again, I've got 2 of those, a front and a back, or a left and a right. So let's go 6 times 3.75 is equal to 22.5, but I'm going to double it because there's a front and a left and a right side. That gives me 45. And I've got the base left to do. Across the bottom is 4.5 times 6 inches, so 4.5 times 6 inches. 4.5 times 6 equals 27. 27 plus 45 plus 13.5 equals, it looks like 85.5. 85.5 inches squared is the total surface area of my drawing. So that looks like it is letter A. All right. Okay, we're going to switch now from dealing with triangles and rectangles into dealing with spheres or circles and cylinders. And here we've got the lateral surface area. If I look just at that 2 pi r, that's actually the circumference of the circle that we could call the base. So the lateral surface area is still equal to the area of the base times the height, but we specialized it for a circle. And we said it is 2 pi r h. That's the surface area of the can all the way around the outside of the can where the label would go. That's the lateral surface area. Now, looking here, the total surface area is still the lateral surface area, but now we have to add the area of the bases. The area of the bases, there's 2 of them, so I'm going to take it times 2. And of course, it's going to be pi r squared because the area of a circle is pi r squared. All right. So the total equation is the lateral surface area plus the area of the base times 2. Gives me the total surface area of the can, and the equation becomes 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. Well, let's jump in and do an example. Here we've got we are asked to find the lateral surface area and the total surface area of the cylinder. Well, the lateral surface area would be this distance around the outside of the can, or the outside of the cylinder. So I'm going to say the lateral surface area is equal to the 2 pi r times the height. 2 pi r times the height. So it's 2 pi. The radius in this case would be half of 5, or 2.5, times the height, which is 2. All right, so it's 2 pi. So I'm going to do that on my calculator here. And I've got 2 times pi times 2.5 times 2 for the height, and I get a 31.4. 0.4 meters squared is the surface area around the outside, 31.4. Now I need to find the area of the base. The area of the base is equal to pi r squared, but I've got 2 of them, a top and a bottom, so I've got 2 pi r squared, so it's 2 times pi times the radius, which is 2.5 squared. All right, so I'm going to do that with my calculator. 2.5 squared comes out to be 6.25 times pi times 2, 39.3. So 31.4 plus 39.3 becomes 70.7 meters squared. So the total surface area of this is 70.7 meters squared. Here's another one. Let's do this one. Pause the video, do it, and we'll come back and compare your answers to mine. As I look at this one, I'm going to find the lateral surface area first. Lateral surface area is equal to 2 pi r times the height, 2 pi r times the height. Well, I've got 2 times pi times 3 times a height of 8. So 2 times 3 would be pi times 6 times 8. 6 times 8 would be 48 times pi. 48 times pi was 150.8. 150.8, that's the surface area, kind of the surface area around the can where the label would go. Now I need to find the area of the base, and I need to double it. So it's 2 pi r squared. So it's 2 times pi times the radius, which is 3 squared. So it's 9 times pi times 2, or 18 times pi. 18 times pi is 56.5. So that's the area for the top of the can and the bottom of the can. I need to add those two together, and so let's do that. And I get 207.3. 207.3 is the answer there. Okay, let's continue on. Let's do another example. Find the area of the label on the can of juice, round to the nearest tenth. So they're just asking for the label on the can. The label on the can is the lateral area. So the lateral area here is equal to 2 pi r times the height. 2 pi r times the height. And so it's 2 times pi times the radius of 1.75, because 4.5 is the diameter divided by 2.25. Let's get it correct here. 2.25 times the height of 8. All right, so I'm going to multiply those together. I'm going to get pi times 2.25 times this 2 here. So I'm going to make that into back to the 4.5 times 8. So it's pi times 4.5 times 8. And I get 113.1. 113.1 inches squared. Inches squared is the lateral surface area. All right, well, let's do the same thing here and pause the video and check and see if you get the same answer I do. If I'm looking for the lateral surface area, again, just around the outside of the can, it is the lateral surface area is 2 pi r times the height. So it's 2 times pi times the radius, which is 5.5 divided by 2, because it's diameter cut in half, times 9. Well, the 2 halves cut in half are the times 2 and the divide by 2, so I've got pi times 5.5 times 9. So I'm going to do that on my calculator. And I get 155.5 inches squared is the surface area of the label, which is letter B. Thank you. Thank you.